Alright, Lady Marmalade by Patti Labelle. Classic funk anthem for sure. It's got some rad bass lines and some cool funk strumming. Alright, and we'll just dive right into it here. Of course, the bass line is kind of the most iconic part musically. But it's the bass playing it, and there's also kind of a faint guitar going along with it too. And the guitar just kind of has it by itself towards the end there. But I'll just show it to you here. It's pretty simple. It's all based around this G minor 7 chord here. And we're just going to start here at the 5 on the D. Hit the 5 on the A. And then to the 3 on the D. Okay, so get that little bit down. Alright, and then after that we'll do the 3 on the G. Hold it for a moment. Alright, and just to wrap it all up, we do a 3 to 5 on the D. And then end it on the 3 of the A. Okay, and then we just rest a couple beats there, and then just hit that 3 once again, just before we start it all over again. Okay, just alone right there. Alright, so try it slowly here. Alright, get it up to speed so we can just hear exactly how it's supposed to sound here. Alright, and once the verse comes in, it's just kind of some light strumming there. The guitar is not super overbearing. It's just kind of chilling in the background. But it's kind of just some like quarter note. It's got that quarter note strum to it. So if you want to just hammer every quarter note with these chords, that's cool. I kind of like to put a little more finesse into it and just kind of give it like a, maybe skip the third strum or something like that, you know, just something like that. So, whatever feel you like, if you just want to just go to town on it, you can do that too. Or just hit a single one every measure. That's cool, whatever you like. But it starts off, like I said, it's all based around here with this G minor 7. And I like to play it here, where basically we're just barring the whole 3. And then just put a ring finger on the 5 of the A. Okay, and we're probably trying to more focus mainly on probably the D, G, B, and E here. Just the top 4 strings. So I like to put the bass into it too. Like I said, you could just keep it kind of a loose strum on there. Kind of like to do that. Couple strums, skip the 3rd beat, hit that 4th beat. Okay, one measure of the G minor 7. Then we just do a regular C chord. I like to play it here in this voicing, just because it's a little easier to get right there than it is to come down and do the open style. So yeah, just barring the 3 from the A down, and then just 5, 5, and 5 on the D, G, B. Just kind of strum it that same way. It's kind of loose, nice feel to it. And you just basically jump between those 2 chords, okay, for a good 4 times or so. Something like that. And then it will go to a this here you basically just want to hit it once and let it ring out the measure, but it's going to go to a C minor 7, which is you know, just kind of like where we were with the regular C, but here we just want to do the 3 on the A, 5 on the D, and then leave the 3 on the G barred with the first there, and then hit a 4 on the B string to get that C minor 7. Okay, that little funky chord there. Like I said, just want to strum it once and let it ring the measure. Alright, and then we come up here and do a D minor 7, so the exact configuration we had, but just slide it up 2 frets to the 5. And same deal with that, same strum and everything. Put it all together. Alright, and the second part of the verse comes in, and it's more or less the same chords going on. We're just going to, with the guitar, we're just going to do that initial G minor 7, and once it gets to the C, we're going to add something a little different here, where it's just a little kind of riff the guitar just puts in there. Okay, so I'll show it to you here. And this whole thing, it's going to end with that that really memorable scaling part. So we'll get into this here. Like I said, it just starts with that same G minor 7, strummed the same way. Just loose for that one measure. Okay. But then once it kicks into that C, we're going to come up here to where we slide up to the 10 on the G, and then we hit a 10 on the E. Okay. And then from there, we do 9 on the G and 8 on the E. Just together like that. Okay. Okay, and from there, after we repeat that about 4 times, okay, it's going to do that C minor 7, but we just want to hit it once and just cut it real quick. Just like that, and it's a rest. Okay, there's that little vocal bit in there, and then that scale comes in there, that descending scale. And that kind of like goes kind of how the bass line was going there in that same area, but it's in the G minor 7 chord, and we're going to do 5 on the D, okay, and then we go 3 on the D to 5 on the A. Okay, so we hold that 5 on the D a little bit, and then we go right to 3, right to 5 on the A. Okay. And then from here, kind of a similar thing. We do 3 on the A to 6 on the E. And then here, we just go between those 2 notes a couple more times. 3 on the A, back to 6 on the E. And then just end it with a 3 on the A. Okay, and then the chorus comes in. It's the part with all the French, and it's pretty much the same thing as the second part of that verse, where we're just going from that G minor 7. Okay, and then we do that little riff that the guitar does up at the 10. Okay, just like that. Alright, the bridge section comes in, and this is the part where all that horn section comes in and kind of does a little bit of a melody. Alright, and it starts off by doing that descending scale that we do at the end of the second part of the verse. Alright, and then once we get to that point, we're just going to come up to a D sharp. Okay, so 6 on the A, 8, 8, 8 on the D, G, B. Alright, 2 measures worth of that. And then just do a G chord for 2 measures. Back to the D sharp for 2 measures. And then we hit a D, so just slide down 1 fret, 1 measure. And then for the second measure of that D, we're just going to do a couple accent hits here, like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Something like that, okay? So we'll try that together here. After that bridge with the horns and all that, once the verse comes back in, it's pretty much going to be the same thing all the way through, but at the end, it's going to add a new little bit where it's just some D chords, kind of just building up for 2 measures. The part where they're saying more, more, more. Okay, so basically it would just sound like this. Alright, that was Lady Marmalade by Patti Labelle. Also made famous by a cover version in the 90s by, I think it was Christina Aguilera and Pink and a couple other girls. But a really cool song, really funky song, old school, really catchy too. Once you get that like hook, and if you know French and you just start saying that, it just gets stuck in your head. So a really cool song. Not a whole lot of crazy guitar parts in there, just some like straightforward chords, a little scale in there, some funk styles, which is cool. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something with this. Do me a favor and hit the subscription. Check the description box for links to tab books and all the gear I use, all that cool stuff. Until next time, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? See ya.